should I say at my job? I do see you staying with the same company. I don't see you staying in the same position. I think that you went in with some unrealistic expectations. And this is something that I've learned a long time ago. And I used to tell my employees at Starbucks, if you have issues when you're walking away, I'll give you some more, don't you worry. If you are dealing with drama at work, or if you're not happy, or if you're just going through a cyclical pattern where you're repeating the same kind of energy, regardless of jobs, which I feel like you keep walking into a dumpster fire where things don't seem to be working the way that they're set up, and you feel like you're getting the butt end of the stick and having to clean up somebody else's mess, which I feel is the case repeatedly. I also think sometimes you got to be careful with the way that you express yourself, because I feel that people don't get where you're coming from, and instead they feel like either you're being critical or you're just simply complaining. And I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think that you're actually trying to bring attention to things that need to be worked on, or that maybe need to be addressed differently, changed, and so forth. So I think that's an issue, but I feel like the way you're coming across is being misinterpreted. So you got to work on that, because if more than once if that's happening, I feel like that's just a pattern that is showing up, especially when you just express yourself a certain way and it's just not being taken the way that you thought. So change your strategy there. But if you are going into a new job and you just left a horrible job situation or something that you're really unhappy with, and every single time you find yourself working for a company or working in a position and you're having the same kind of energy cycle back in, where you're feeling a certain way, you're rethinking a certain way, you're reliving the same mood around it, all you're doing is you're actually sending that energy like a wave into your future. So it doesn't matter if you leave the current job, you're going to walk right back into the same bullshit, because you got to clear your energy out before you go to the next situation. That doesn't mean that you're going to turn something that's made out of clay into gold. What I'm saying is you have to get out of the mindset of, this is horrible. Why am I suffering? Why is the universe doing this to me? Why does this never work out for me? Why? Stop that, because that's not helping to align you with a better working situation. So that's something that I would recommend that you really, really, really pay attention to. You should probably watch The Secret, because this is something that I've said before and I'm saying it again. You need to clear your energy out before you go to the next job. That doesn't mean you have to love your current situation. It just means you can't be wrapped up in these lower vibratory energy states, these lower mindsets, these lower like moods, because that's not helping you. That way, when you walk out of that situation, you're walking out clean and clear and under control, and then you're walking into a new situation that is hopefully going to work better for you and is an improvement. It takes time for things to improve, and it is going to be gradual. Don't expect miracles overnight. With that being said, to answer your question, because I know you were asking me, like, Franny, I don't need your life advice. I'm going to repeat the same mistakes I keep repeating. So I don't care about the mistake repeating process. I'm happy with that part. Am I going to get another job? I get what you're trying to say, because that's what you want to know. The answer to that is no. I don't think you're going to leave your current job. I think you're going to stay with the current company, but I see you moving to a different part of the company or a different position or department within 3 months. I also think there's someone that you might talk to or meet, may actually become friends with at your job, who's going to make that happen for you or help you with that process. And add on to that, even if you change positions or areas within the company, I also think at some point you're going to end up working for a transportation company or a company that deals with transport of goods and services. So I feel like there's a transportation company that's going to come up, but you'd be working on the admin side of that at some point.